How is it going then, everybody? I hope you're all doing very well. Welcome back to another video here on our channel. I'm a FIFA Analyst, and today I'm going to be bringing you a different type of video. We're going to be looking at how to actually improve at FIFA 21, how and what are the steps that I take if I want to work on a particular area of my game. How are we exactly going to do this? We're going to run through that today with you, so hopefully you guys do enjoy the video. If you do, please do give it a like. You can also subscribe to the channel. We do stream over on Facebook Gaming. A link is in the description for that if you guys are interested. So first of all, what do you actually need to be able to focus on improving? Now obviously, the FIFA Analyst, the way I got better when I started playing on FIFA 18 was by analysing games, right? I used to go back and look back at pretty much every single game. I took it quite serious and wanted to look at every single little mistake that I may have made, things that I could work on. Now, for yourself, the way you can do this really is you want to go into your division rivals, friendlies, whatever it is, the way that you're going to practice during the week or foot champs, whatever it may be, and you want to be able to record your games. You can do this with the built-in capture card on Xbox and PlayStation, right? You can stream your games if you want to do them all in one bulk, or you can record them separately. I will put links in the description to videos on how to record on Xbox and how to record on PlayStation, so you have the ability to watch back a particular game if you wanted to, which obviously is massively helpful. So the way we're going to do it is we've got three things. So first of all, basically, what I say to myself, so say if it's a Wednesday, division rivals, you want to practice on that Wednesday. You want to go into those division rival games with kind of like 2 or 3 things that you want to be focusing on, an area that you know what, I'm pretty weak at this. I need to get better at this when it comes to FIFA. So for me, I know at the minute, one of the bad habits that I have is I pull my centre backs up too much, right? I'm a little bit too much of an aggressive defender, which obviously does work in my favour at times, but also goes against me quite a lot of times as well. So I need to kind of find a balance in that more than likely. One-on-ones recently I've been messing up. I kind of get caught between going for a chip, going for a ball roll, hitting it across goal, finessing it near post, and just kind of messing up those scenarios. So I really am trying to slow down when I get in on a one-on-one and think about it a little bit more. So obviously looking back at the the one-on-ones that I have and mess up, that obviously we can take a look at as well. And then the other thing that I'm messing up recently, kind of a big mistake actually, is the fact that because through balls are so strong, the counter-attack meta, let's say, and trying to get the ball in behind your strikers, I'm rushing forward too quick in defensive midfield. So I'm losing the ball in that transition period, right? You want to be quick, but you also want to make sure that the passes that you're playing, have a bit of sense to them, really, and not just giving it away cheaply. So what we're going to do, we've got a draft final that we're going to go ahead and run into, right? We're going to play the draft final. I'm going to walk you through the game first of all, and then I'm going to show you what I would do in that particular game, to go back and look back at that that game and then highlight, what, I did this well, I did this wrong, and looking back and showing you exactly how you can do that. As I said, anyone can do this. You don't need a capture card, like, so I use an Elgato capture card to be able to record and stream my games, but for you can use the built-in one, obviously directly via the Xbox and PlayStation app, which makes things so much easier. You can stream your games to a streaming site if you've got good enough internet as well, which can make it very simple for you. So hopefully we can go ahead and get into a game anyway, and see what's going on. I don't know what this guy's doing. He's obviously sat there twiddling his thumbs. The draft that we've got, I'll be honest, we built it not that long ago, and we've absolutely flew through the games. I think we got a 1-0, 2-0 rage quit, and a 3-0, so we're doing okay on that front. And hopefully, is this the same person? Ah, there we go. Okay, so we're going to get in. So yeah, so as I said, we're focusing on 3 things, right? Pulling the centre-backs up, my one-on-ones, and then rushing forward in midfield. So what you can do is you can grab, like, I use a lot of like notepads and whatnot. You can use a notepad to just jot down timestamps. So if you go, that was poor from me, grab a little notepad, pen, write it down, 15th minute, 20th minute, 25th minute, whatever it may be, and then you know exactly when I finish that game, I can go back and look at that. I am just going to make a change just because the guy that I've got there isn't the greatest. So I put Rabiot into there, Fernandes to there, and then bring on Sadio Mane at that centre attacking mid-roll. So I have had a little change up, by the way, in terms of the camera and whatnot. The green screen will be here for certain videos and everything, but kind of for the new streaming setup, I think we're going to be going with this kind of side on camera. So let me know what you think down in the comment section, all right? So let's crack on with it. As I said, those are the 3 things that I'm kind of mainly focusing on. If I make any other mistakes throughout the game, we will go back and we will look at that as a whole. I can't remember. I think the guy was playing a 3 at the back formation, wasn't he? Poor pass from me there. So I've just committed there in for that 1-2. So now the centre-back's got to come over. Change back to the left-back. Bring him over. Get a tackle in. Well done. So like that there, you might want to timestamp and go like that as well. So you might want to timestamp the 1-2 where I committed with the left-back and pulled him out of position. And then that pass that I just played, which was just poor for me, really. So here I just need to take my time. Ball roll to keep it away. We'll probably look for a bridge if he comes and commits, which he did, but I just didn't time the bridge well enough. LB switch here. So remember, we're focusing on not pulling these centre-backs up too much. It's something that I do, even with the right-backs as well. So the right centre-back's got to come over here now, which isn't great. Hernandez has got to come over. He goes for the cross. Keeper should have that. All Black does. We're going to offside trap this, and Bruno does win that ball. Thank you. We're going to play that pass straight up, play the way we're facing, pass the ball back, so we can send the Mbappe now. See, it's things like that that we want to look at, right? So the 8th minute, that's something that we want to go and do. So I'm just going to jot that down now, just so we can go back and look at that, and I know exactly. We want to look at that and see, why did I do that wrong? Now, I knew I was facing the wrong way with Ronaldo, like, you know, me looking back on this. So you guys will be able to take your decision on that when we go back and look at it after the game as well for us. So let's just pop that over to there. We've got that through ball in there. The ball's not going out of play yet, so I still don't have the players where I want. We'll go for a La Coqueta. Ronaldo will have that. We'll go for a fake shot that way. And John Stones, of all people, just about defends that. So I'm going to pull my centre mid back here. I can track that run. That's fine. And then we can come over and put a little bit of pressure on the Cuadrado. He's got Vidal running in. We want to just try and cover that LB switch. That's fine. Okay, so here, come out slowly. Don't just push it. Like I've said, don't rush it. Like even that. So the 14th minute, we want to go back and look at that. To me, I'll be honest with you, that's more of just like wanting to get forward a little bit too quick, as he goes for a lovely step over and he grabs a goal from that. What a fantastic goal that was. So what I'm doing now is I'm just jotting down those timestamps of what we want to look at. So we want to go to the 14th minute, and then following on from that, we want to go to the 15th minute as well. So I've just jotted that down on the notepad in front of me, and we will look at how we could have defended that Vidal as well. I was more worried about the Ronaldo, to be honest. I didn't think he was going to go for the run with the Vidal. Like, you know, Ronaldo obviously would have made more sense. That's really poor for me there, giving that ball away. So let's trap back with Cuadrado now. As I said, I feel like those passes that I play are just more of just, you know, wanting to get forward. He can lay that off. He didn't lay it off. Koundé, well done. It's just wanting to get forward too quick and not really giving my team chance to get forward together. But if I lay that ball into Ronaldo, yes, it may work, but also I've got no one else in support really, so it's just a bit of a stupid ball. Now things are looking a bit better. You know, we've got Mane involved, we've got Ronaldo involved, we've got Pogba here as well. So my options are just much higher as the La Coqueta nearly works. So the left CM's out of position now, so we just need to cover with Rabiot. We can put that pressure on with that Hernandez. So yeah, if I was going to pull him out, then I had to get that tackle right. I have to remember he's playing a 3-5-2, so he's going to have a lot of room out on the wing. I'll jot that down. That's something that I just need to cut that out of my game, and I've just been caught wrong side as well. I need to cut that out of my game. So we'll go back and look at that. So again, just jotting down the timestamp on... And this is the thing, right? Keeper. You can do this in draft. You can do this in rivals. You can do it in friendlies. You can do it wherever you seem fit, really. Just stand up here. That's it. Good tackle. Time coming out. Time coming out. Time coming out. That's it. We don't want to just give the ball away. He's put some good pressure on here, though. We just need to be careful. Got some room out here. Ronaldo can have that. We will send that. It's Ramos coming over. We'll try and see if we can take Ramos on. We can go for that cross, which we will attempt it. And I think that's gone out for a corner. Yeah, Kyle Walker just got on that. So he's going to bring the goalkeeper out. So I'm going to go short and probably look for Mane on the edge. No, he doesn't. He covers that off. So we're just going to hold this up here. Cuadrado. Pogba. Heel to heel. Are you just not going to take the ball in your stride? No? He didn't fancy it. Ronaldo will have that. A fake shot. I need to... I keep doing the La Coqueta. Fake shot stop, La Coqueta. It gets repetitive. It gets boring. The opponents are just going to read it every time. I'm going to whip this more to the back stick now just because he's moved the keeper. Ronaldo will have that. There we are. We'll take that. Keeper's in absolutely no man's land. And we will take that for an easy goal. Easy corner. Track back here with Pogba. Slide tackle. There we go. We'll take that. Right. Let's try and see if we can get a good attack going here. So all I'm doing now is when I'm sending these guys on a run, I'm using the LB button just to get them forward, get them involved. We'll play that pass there into Bruno. In the middle again. Obviously, I am running quite a narrow formation with a 4-3-1-2, I think it is, that I've got. So I'm just, I'm having to go narrow, right? I don't really have the width. I can use my fullbacks for it as and when I need to. Heel to heel. Shall I look for a bridge? Keep holding it. Keep holding it. That'll do. Oh, he read that. I was going to go forward, but I thought, oh, he's going to cover that. So I wanted to go backwards, but he did cover that quite well, actually. Let's bring the Ronaldo over, choosing the right stick to obviously control the guys off the ball. I wanted that into Ronaldo, and it's tried to lay it up to Mbappe. Lay that ball back. There we are. Bridge. Ball roll. Finish it. Lovely, 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 lovely. I don't think I needed to ball roll then, if I'm honest with you. We'll look at that back, actually. I think I nearly overworked that. I don't think I needed to look at that. I don't think I needed to do that ball roll. I think I probably could have just hit that across the face of goal with Mbappe. I think that ball roll nearly actually ruined that opportunity. I meant to have tackled that there, and I don't know how that's even found its way through to Mbappe. I'm going to go team press here, down and left on the D-pad. Just see if we can catch him off guard. We can, so now we turn it off. Brilliant. We'll lay the ball back. He's come absolutely crunching in with that slide tackle. Bruno's won this. Well done. We'll go for the bridge. We've got no one at the back stick, so we're just going to have to hold this up. Bruno will take that. We'll go for a little fake shot. We'll lay that into Pogba. And then we'll lay that there into Mane. Ah, that's poor, that is. It's poor from me. I think I just need to be a little bit quicker there. So keep tracking. At the minute, I haven't actually pulled my centre-backs up. So like here, pull them up, but don't dive in, right? That's better. That's better. Normally, I go and try and win the ball directly back. Grab the Pogba. Grab the Pogba. That's it. Normally, I try and... hang on. Stand up. Stand up. Put the Koundé pressure on. Watch the sweat across. I need to put some pressure on here. That's it. Good tackle. I couldn't just let him just keep dribbling with Messi. I had to come and do that. But yeah, normally, you know when that Messi did that step over, I normally get a little bit too excited and pull the man up too far, really. I'm just jotting that down. So that was the 45th minute. I wanted to go back and look at that defending as well. That's an area that I do struggle with a little bit recently at times. I don't know when to apply the pressure necessarily when they're out on the wing. So we'll look back at that. Sometimes I try to cover the passes across, right? And then I'll go and, you know, put that pressure directly on them. But the problem is you have to time it to perfection. So it's something that I am really, really weak at, that I do definitely need to get better at. So I've got, obviously, some players on the bench. I don't really think we need to make any changes just yet, if I'm honest with you. I think we're doing okay. For me, I don't feel like I'm doing that well in attack in this game, though. I feel like I'm getting the ball in the right areas and then just dawdling on the board a little bit too long, or, you know, the wrong skill move. Like, use the bridge a couple of scenarios and they're not really worked out fantastic. But let's see if we can get, like, the Mbappe on a run, Ronaldo on a run. Maybe be a little bit more direct without giving the ball away cheaply, right? So here, don't dive in. Just stand in with Koundé. Now I can go back to the left back. Koundé can go back towards his centre-back. We can stay goal side. That's better defending. Holding the L2 button there just to shield. And then we can lay that in the middle. I wanted that into Rabiot. Why is that gone all the way over there? That's annoying. That is. Stand up. Tackle. All right. I want to look back on that and see if we can see the power bar. Because I would like to think the reason why that pass has tried to go to Ronaldo instead of the man in the middle is because I've put too much power on the pass. So we'll have a look at that and see. You know, passing obviously is one of them things. I've not really got much on here. I'm just going to LBX this up. We'll pretend that didn't happen, shall we? We'll pretend that one didn't happen. I dawdled on it. I was like, yeah, I'm just going to LBX it up. And it just took forever to, like, lay the ball off. Great. But yeah, passing isn't, you know, 100% this year. We all know that. But sometimes it is us to blame as well in certain scenarios, right? So that's why I just want to take a look at that example if I can. Let's lay his ball in. Double tap pass. Love that. Love that. Get there. Unlucky. Okay, so now we're going to apply the pressure with Mane. He's got the ball out wide. Tackle. Oh, okay. So Pogba's now caught. Theo Hernandez is there. Koundé's there. Switch to Rabiot. Got that pressure on. Well done. So like here, normally I try and go forward there, right? See, the problem is that this guy is playing like a 3 at the back, so it is actually a little bit harder for us to play out from the back, if I'm honest, because you know, he's covering a lot of our options, especially because we're so narrow as well. Play that pass in. Mbappe will have that. We'll go for a heel to heel. Fake shot stop. Into the Lacoqueta. Hit that cross goal. It's just a 4-star weak foot, unfortunately. Hello. Hello. Oh. Oh. Come on. Maybe I could... I don't know. We'll have a look at that. Rabiot cover. Okay, so now we just need to be careful. 58th minute. Koundé has to come over here. He's got that pass in the middle. Well done. Better defending now. Better defending. Didn't really do anything wrong. Just stood up, really. I want to drive forward. I want to be a little bit more direct here. Like, I want to try and get through him like that. Absolutely just bullied me. I timed it wrong then. Hello. I timed it wrong. I should have done it a little bit later. Just a little bit later. I'll tell you what, we'll look at that one as an example as well. 61st minute on that front. Lay that ball off here. So still plenty of time in this game. No need to worry. He's just covered that pass well. It's given us a lot of time on the ball, though. That's a foul. I thought he was giving a foul to him then. I was like, what? All right. Drive forward with Ronaldo. Rainbow flick. Hit that. The rainbow flicks, it's a horrible one, right? I hate it personally because the rainbow flick's so strong. But it like the only reason why it's strong is because the opponent can lock on, like doesn't lock onto it. Even though they may read the skill move, they don't never lock onto the ball. It's so frustrating. Time, lay it back. This is better. This is the sort of passes that I'm on, like, you know, doing better with. That was silly for me though. He was always going to cover that one too. Like, normally, I'm just too direct. If you guys have watched me over the last couple of weeks, you've probably realised that I give the ball away a little bit more in like, the build-up than what I'm normally used to. So that's the area that we're focusing on. That's what we're trying to do, you know? LB switch, get that tackle in, boom. So I had to come across there and get that block off. He had two options. He had the option to shoot, and he had the option to allow the pass off. We'll have a look at that one for you guys as well. So that's the 70th minute on that front. I'm going to RB exit across to the right back. He's just covered it, though, which isn't ideal. We'll lay that off straight away. And luckily enough, that's going to go out for a throw-in. Just using the right stick here just to change between these two players and just try and get one of them to show a little bit. That is a ludicrous pass. What am I doing? What am I doing? Stand up. Stay goal side. Don't dive in. Right stick switch. He went for the pass that I did not expect him to do. I'm going to be honest with you. Tackle. Brilliant defending. Brilliant defending. Right, go, 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 go. Tapping that LB button. Ball roll. Send that Mbappe. It's Ramos. So we're just going to hold up here. Now we're going to ball roll in and then lay that pass off. We should be able to put the game to bed here. We'll look back on that one. Again, I don't know whether I could have just carried on running with the Mbappe and baited him in a little bit more. Use that LB, holding the L2 button just to shield. Play the way we're facing. LB exit up. Don't do the mistake that we did last time. So that's the 75th minute, I think it was, that we need to go back at that. So I always jot it down, by the way, after, you know, when the ball's gone out of play. I don't go and jot it down like now. Obviously, just because you don't want to give up a silly goal, which we've already done this game. So we don't want to do it again. 79th minute on the clock now. Little back heel just to keep hold of that. Can send that into there. We'll lay that back. Mbappe. Use that fake. Why did he turn backwards so much? Theo, get that tackling. Boom. Yeah, as soon as he makes that big touch. So I think it was the 76th minute, that one-on-one kind of one-on-one sort of position that we had where we laid it off and then it had that block on that line. Bring that man over. Brilliant. We want to just keep things simple here. So he's pressed quite well. I dawdled a little bit, which allowed him to press. So we'll go for that LBX. Just going to try and win the flick on with Ronaldo, which we do. Unfortunate that Mane doesn't get on the end of it, but that should be our ball now. It is. We're going to use that runner as bait. And then we're going to fake shot, stop. Lay that off. Hit that. What is that? What is he doing? I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm confused. My voice has gone high. My voice has gone high. I'm actually, like, confused. That was weird, wasn't it? Hello? Hello? What's going on? Game. What are we doing? Alright, let's see the game out anyway. That's a poor pass from Pogba. Lay that in. Look for a bridge. I just see, like, even there, just a heavy touch. I think I'm just a little bit slow on my skill moves at the minute. I don't know what the reason so much for that is. Like, I know that that's what I want to do, right? It's even things like that. I've got so lucky to score there. I feel like I should have laid it straight back off to Ronaldo. That's what my brain kind of said to start off with. I was going to lay it back off to him as that guy leaves. I was going to lay it back off to him, but I decided not to, and I'm not too sure why, really. But that's interesting. Obviously, we got the win, so I've got quite a few timestamps there that we want to go back and look at. So now you've played the game, right, and you finished the game, what normally is a good idea to do, which I didn't do there, is go back and look at the highlights. So, you know, when you have the highlights directly, You can go back and look at those chances in there if you wanted to, but then obviously we're going to go back and look at the game as well. So if you've recorded it on PlayStation or Xbox, you can upload it to YouTube to watch it back, or you can watch it back in the PlayStation or Xbox app. If you've streamed your games, you can look back on your past broadcasts and so on, and that's what we're going to go do now. We're going to go and take a look, obviously, directly at that game and go back through those timestamps. So then, we've now got the game up. Obviously, because I record directly onto my PC, it's available just as a normal MP4 file, so I can go back and look at it. We do use a software called Epic Pen to draw on the screen like so. I do this, obviously, for the representation for you guys. You guys don't need to do this, but if you wanted to use it, you can. It's called Epic Pen. So, minute number 8 is where we first wanted to look at. So all I'm going to do now, you can sit back and you can watch the whole game back if you wanted to, right? Or you can do what I'm about to do, which is go back through and look at it directly at the particular points that we wanted to look at. So the first one was minute 8, and this was going to be the pass directly from Ronaldo. Now, I know obviously we've got my webcam a little bit in the way. I go for the back heel, which to me, this, obviously, you know, we saw this as I was commentating it over the game at that particular point. This to me is a little bit soft, right? Because I've got Bruno Fernandes here, I've got Pogba here, and I've got Rabiot here. Now, Rabiot, obviously, we don't want to use in the attack, but the Pogba and the Bruno Fernandes, obviously, are very good at going forward as well. Now, I feel like if I want to lay this Mbappe in, because you can't see it just because the webcam in the way slightly, but Mbappe is going to make a fantastic run in behind here in just a second. I need to turn and face him to lay this pass. Now, this year, you can play 180 no-scope passes a little bit more, and that frustrates me. You shouldn't be able to do it, in my opinion. But that's why I always say the tip of playing the way you're facing, right? So it's a poor pass from me. And what I've done here is killed what could have been a fairly solid attack. Even if I don't play the Mbappe in, I've still got Pogba and I think Bruno Fernandes. You know, these guys here around, available to build up in that attack slowly and then get into the final third. I'm playing a very attacking formation. So that's just a little bit poor on my end. Should have done a little bit better there. Obviously, you know, and the defender comes across and makes that tackle. So moving on to the next one. So now we go over to minute 14, which was the first one. Which I think this again was just a stupid pass from me. So we defend this. Obviously, we get the ball back with Pogba, right? As the opponent takes a shot with Baggio. And I'll pick the ball up. Now, he is playing a unique formation that... when you look at this on the minimap, right? Yes, this guy is covering this pass. I just think he presses it well, maybe. We could have possibly gone up. Now, he does cover a lot of the options, as I said. He's playing a 3 at the back. So, like, as soon as he does that, what would have probably been better here, and I know Greek Freak FIFA, Australian player, he uses these passes a lot, right? To get out of this press, he'll go for, like, a little square X pass over the top, and that can work well, because you just dink it into this space. Your striker will come and get the ball, because obviously he's ahead of the centre-back. So I could have done that there. If not, maybe a drag back up into here and then laying the ball back off into this area could have been better. I have to be mindful of that, though, because if the opponent reads this and he puts that pressure on, he wins the ball back and, you know, he's straight onto my back line. So it's a little bit of a risky one. But yeah, maybe going for that little dink pass over the top could have been better. But it's another example of just constantly, like, look at that there, Pogba again, trying to get forward too quick. I just need to slow it down and kind of get into that scenario. And, you know, we'd be better on that front. So we just want to take a look at this goal that he scores as well, because this comes from me giving the ball away here with Pogba. Stupid, take a touch and then lay the ball off. And he gets straight back in on me. So I stick with Pogba, which was fine. He then... yeah, so I should have switched a little bit quick. So I should have switched to the Koundé quicker, right? As soon as I covered a pass to Ronaldo, so we know that the Ronaldo pass isn't on for him. You can just see here, like, this Ronaldo pass isn't on. Now he's only going to go one of 2 ways. He's either going to go back, or one of 3 ways. He's either going to go back that way, or he's going to go the way he went, which was forward. So I needed to switch to the Koundé a little bit quicker to cover off that and force him to go backwards, and then I could switch back to the Pogba. But I don't. He does drive forward. I was more worried about this pass, to be honest with you, though. I think, you know what? I think that's a cracking finish. I didn't really expect that to go in, if I'm being honest with you. But I needed to defend it there. I needed to not give him that step over to come across and get that shot off. So that's where the original weakness was in that particular build-up, right? So now we go to minute 24, which is our next minute here. Let's go and have a look at this. Same again. Like, so this is the problem with my game at the minute, right? This is the biggest factor, which is going to cost me games in Weekend League, because he nearly scores there, right? If I'm up against a very high-level player in Weekend League, they capitalise on that. It gives them a free attack, essentially, which we don't want to do. As I've always said, I don't care the possession stats that you guys have. I really, really don't care. You can have 20% if you want. The only thing that I ask is that when you have the ball, you are being smart with it. You're being, just keeping it simple, really, and are not giving it away. And so, if you give away the ball, let's say 5 times in a game in this middle area of the pitch, it's going to result in a goal at least once. And it's going to stop you from scoring because you're giving the ball away before you even get close to getting into the final third. So you have to be very, very anal, really. That's kind of what I'm doing. I'm being anal about it. I've got to pass off here to Pogba and then out wide, and then I can build the attack. I've got to pass to Pogba and then I can go straight to the striker. I've got plenty of options, but instead I go for a straight pass forward, not keep an eye on the opponent's cursor, and he just takes that one off me, and then bang, he's straight back on and nearly scores from it. So that's really, really poor on my end. I need to do much better on that. So this is great, right? Because I'm telling you how to do all this, and we're looking back on it and going, that was weak, that was weak. How do we make sure? So in our next game that we might play, right, say if it's rivals, I will literally just focus on don't give the ball away in the middle of the park. Don't give the ball away in the middle of the park. Get into the final third. You have to build up. And then when you've got the weakness in the final third that you notice what it is, that's where you can then, practice on that. But you have to fix the biggest issue at the minute, which is, for me, getting into the final third. I'm not giving myself... I know some skill moves. I'll say I'm not lethal in attack, but I'm probably better than your average player in attack. But I'm killing myself by not getting myself there, really. Same again here with the Bruno. I expected him to come across, really, and try and cover this area, and he didn't choose to do that. He predicted the pass back, which was quite smart from him, actually. So I think it's more of him outplaying me here. Like, I could have just obviously ran forward, right? I could have just ran forward into here, but I was thinking Vidal, Mendy, Bruno Fernandes, not the quickest and strongest of cards in that sense of driving, laying that ball back off. So I was hoping he was going to come and try and get across to there, and then I can lay it into the middle. So that's kind of a good play from him and a bad play from me at the same time as well. The thing is, if I would have carried on running there, he would have been in a little bit more trouble. But I suppose he had the Mendy there to cover as well. So quite an interesting one, actually. So let's have a look at this as well, because this is where we score the goal to get us in at 2-1. Obviously, we scored the goal from the corner. Mbappe comes through. So we go for the bridge. See, this is where I think, right? I know obviously the webcam's in a way slightly. I feel like I could have just hit this across the face of goal and it probably would have gone in. I feel like the ball roll actually nearly gives him the chance to come and take that ball off me. I don't know. You guys let me know. What do you think of that? Do you think I overcomplicated that and nearly made that an error? Or do you think that was the right decision to ball roll it and just ensure? Because I feel like I'm in the middle of what's it called? A bridge. So I'm kind of on the stretch already, which is why I didn't hit that first time. I think to be honest, I don't think I would have. So say if I was coaching someone now and I look back on this and they hit that across the face of goal, I don't think I'd shout at them for that, because it's kind of the go-to finish, and also this is the record breaker Mbappe, obviously fantastic card. So I don't think that was wrong, but you guys let me know. I think if we would have ruined that and he would have defended that scenario, then I probably would have beat myself up a little bit. So this is where he gets in behind, and this is where I really struggle with. So I cover with Pogba, which was fine. He then gets that pass through. I bring Fernandes over, which I have to do. I think I should close him down now. He's got no one on, right? I'm covering that pass. He's got no one here. I needed to close him down now. Look at how much I back off. Yeah, it's way too much. So I just need to make sure, kind of like a bit of a checklist, I suppose. Have I covered the passes? If I've covered the passes, close them down now. Just literally go and put the pressure on. And when I close them down, I'm not saying go through him and end up, putting your player there. But really run at him and then stop about here, right? So you can see how I think I'll do it in a minute. So now I go and close him down. I get a lot closer and put that tackle in. So yeah, I think that definitely would have been the better scenario. I have to make sure I get that right in future. It is an area that I do really, really struggle with. So just a silly pass here. We have the ball with, is it Koundé, I think, or Pogba? So we're like into Koundé. Now, don't get me wrong. As I said, he is playing a 3-5-2. My only width is on the fullbacks, which obviously he's covering with his left mid and right mid. I wanted that to go into here, right? I wanted it to go into Rabiot, which would have been a fine pass. I do an RBA, which is the low driven pass. I want to look at the power bar here in the bottom right to see how much I put on this. Yeah, so this is the I said passing is broken, but sometimes we are to blame as well. This is my fault. I only need 1.5 bars of power, really, to find this man. I've put 3 bars of power on it, which is why the game's gone. Ronaldo's the man that you want. It's overridden the Rabiot because I've put so much power on it. It's like, no, you don't want Rabiot, you want Ronaldo. So that's my error there. So I just need to be careful in that scenario. And that is something that I do quite a lot. Actually, I'll be honest with you, I do put too much power on my passes at times and give it away. And this was just ordering from me. So we lay the ball back. I press. I should have got rid of it. I should have got rid of it earlier. You know what that is as well? It's because I powered it up so much. I put full bars of power. That's why it took longer. But yeah, that's just an error. Like, you know, that wouldn't happen that often for me. It's not like a massive weakness. So 61st here. So this is where we tried a bridge with Mane, I believe. Where I should have done it a little bit earlier. So good patience there. That's better. Where we should have done it a little bit later. I almost needed him to come and commit because I know I either could have laid the ball off or gone for the bridge, right? I needed him to get a little bit more, like literally half a second, not even half a second, a couple milliseconds after, and that would have been fine. And we probably would have broke through there. So a little bit of an error on the skill move. But that's obviously something that comes, like, you know, I've only really started using the bridge recently, like over the last couple of weeks. It's not something I've been spamming since the start of the game like a lot of other people have. I'll be honest, we didn't really pull the centre-backs up this game, actually. I thought I defended quite well. Good defending there with Hernandez. 76th minute in our next one. So this was the scenario here, right? So good ball roll to bait in the defender. I think I could have possibly, as soon as he slide tackled, now I think laying off the Mane was fine, but then obviously that gives him a chance to come over. We lay that ball off. I couldn't really go for the chip. The angle wasn't really on. I couldn't really go for the finesse because he put the man there. So laying that ball there was okay. I don't think there's a massive amount wrong with that. You guys let me know what you think if you think there's an error there. I think... yeah, that would be maybe a fake shot, like at the last bit with Bruno Fernandes, to take that man out of the game. But as a whole, I don't think there was a massive amount in that, if I'm being completely truthful with you. That's just my opinion. So yeah, so that's kind of how I go through and I analyze my games. Like, I'll be honest, I don't really focus on myself getting better at FIFA anymore. I'm at a level that I'm fairly content with, if I'm honest with you. Obviously, I spend more time making videos and streaming and coaching and whatnot. But if I was really sat down and wanted to get better, this is what I would be doing pretty much every game. I wouldn't just look at the games that you lose. I'd look at the tight games. I'd look at everything really as much as you can. So when I first started, on FIFA 18, when I started playing the game, I was gold 2. And I used to get up at 5:30 in the morning to practice like 2 hours before work. And then I'd go to work. And when I was on the train to work, I'd analyse my games then. And then once obviously I'm in work, I'm working, and on my lunch break, I'd go back and I'd analyse my games because I'd stream my games. And on the way back, I'd do the same thing. And then I'd get home, spend some time with the missus, do everything else. And then from like 8 o'clock till 11 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock, I'd play, practice, put things into practice that I've needed to work on. And that's kind of how I get better at FIFA, or how I got better at FIFA, let's say. Along with watching videos, and all that sort of stuff directly from that front as well. So that Ronaldo one was just comical, wasn't it? So, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. A bit of a different approach. So do let me know what you thought down below in the comment section. I do want to thank you all very much for watching. It is massively appreciated. And I will catch all of you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.